But my orders. Your orders do not forbid your telling me what I must know in 10 minutes, in half an hour, or an hour. You see I cannot escape even if I intended. Unless you are blind or have never been outside the harbor, you must know. I do not. Look round you, then. Dante rose and looked forward when he saw rise within, 100 yards of him, the black and frowning rock on which stands the Château d'If. This gloomy fortress, which has for more than 300 years furnished food for so many wild legends, seemed to Dante like a scaffold to a malefactor. "The Château d'If!" cried he. "What are we going there for?" The gendarme smiled. "I'm not going there to be imprisoned," said Dante. "It is only used for political prisoners. I have committed no crime. Are there any magistrates or judges at the Château d'If?" "There are only," said the gendarme, "a governor, a garrison, turnkeys, and good thick walls. Come, don't look so astonished, or you will make me think you are laughing at me in return for my good nature." Dante pressed the gendarme's hand as though he would crush it. "You think, then," said he, "that I am taken to the Château d'If to be imprisoned there?" "It is probable, but there is no occasion to squeeze so hard." "Without any inquiry, without any formality?" "All the formalities have been gone through. The inquiry is already made." "And so, in spite of Monsieur de Villefort's promises?" "I do not know what Monsieur de Villefort promised you," said the gendarme, "but I know we are taking you to the Château d'If. But what are you doing? Help, comrades, help!" What is he doing? I don't know. What an awkward way to end this episode. Okay, there was a lot of information here that, is going to be answered in a few episodes, but why not just break it down since it was first uttered in these passages? Château d'If, we talked about that already. Gloomy fortress. I'm just pulling out words from what we read today. This has housed many wild legends that Dante has heard throughout his life, because it's 300 years old, a prison 300 years old. And we're talking about the French Revolution, so I can't imagine. You think of just the American prisons and how in dilapidated shape they are after how many decades? We're talking 300 years. All of those cartoony things you see, Steve Martin chained in the bottom of, granted, this is Spain, not France, but, Steve Martin chained in the dungeon in Three Amigos, or, the dungeons in Princess Bride, or Robin Hood Men in Tights, any Looney Tunes cartoon, you see all these cartoony dungeons with the moss-ridden walls and rats running by and, prisoners chained against the wall, their, rib cages showing, like, imagine 300 years, you're not doing much maintenance to these walls, all the storms, all of the disease, all the death, all the trauma, all the madness. That's got to be really intimidating to be coming up to, especially if you are, being thought a political prisoner. So, looks like we're heading there. Now, Dante is still in a bit of a denial, asking, like, so, okay, this isn't what Villefort really meant when he said all this, right? Like, who exists on the Château d'If? Is there someone I can talk to, a magistrate or a judge or someone? And the officer here is just like, nah, a governor, which I think is a warden, a garrison, turnkeys, which I think are, the guards, and as he says, good thick walls. Like, there's no escaping. Once you're here on the Château d'If, you're here to stay, is what it's sounding like. So things aren't looking good for Dante yet again. Man, back and forth with this guy. What are we going to do with him? Well, I know one thing we're going to do with him. We're going to follow his adventures as we continue telling this story. And we will pick up here again tomorrow for more of Chapter 8 on the Countdown of Monte Cristo. Okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.